Hey, let's just put our hands together and say thank God for all he's doing in his church. And turn to the person beside you and say the best days are right now. It's not just ahead of you. The best days are right now. I'm so excited this morning. I'm here with Pastor Brian Thompson, who's been part of our team at Home Church for 46 years. 46 years. And his beautiful daughter, Karissa, and they're just such a great blessing to our church. But they lead Home of Hope as well as many of the locations around the world. If you don't know this, we are today one church in 128 locations in 16 countries. And it is awesome to be a part. So right now as we're worshiping here, there's 20,000 people a part of Home Church that are worshiping today. And we are just the hub. This is where it began, it was in Red Deer. And every one of our locations has a compassion component to it or a ministry component to it. And in many of our locations around the world, some of them are incredible ministry that's happening around the world. One of those is the Dream Center in Nairobi. I actually got to cut the ribbon on the Dream Center years ago where we rescue babies that wouldn't be alive today if it wasn't for the people that are rescuing them and the finances that make it possible to rescue these babies. And Pastor Brian, how many children, how many babies have been rescued so far through the Dream Center in Nairobi?
Home of Hope started in 2006, but we expanded to rescue babies in 2011. In this last year, Pastor Jake, and we rescued a baby almost every week average. We rescued 11 babies in November. So far since 2011, 681 babies have been rescued.
And Karissa, how many babies are in the Dream Center right now, being restored, brought back to health and life?
There are currently 72 babies and children at the Dream Center right now. And there's, I have one here, but many of them come malnourished or have disabilities. This little girl has cerebral palsy. So we are rescuing like serious situations, and 72 is actually our capacity. So right now we can't rescue another baby. So we have some children who are getting moved out into family units or into Kenyan families. And so that's always the goal, to transition them right into families like the Bible tells us to. So that's where we're at.
That's so awesome. And they're part of our church family in Nairobi, which is so beautiful that not only are they getting food and not only are they getting help, but they're getting Jesus. Can I get an amen in the house today? And they're finding Christ at a young age. And Pastor Brian, there's many other ministries. Quickly, just tell everybody just some of the things that we're doing in some of our other locations around the world.
One thing we want to mention too, Lay, our Bible college student, Pastor Grant and I were in Nairobi in November, and while we were there, we got a call that the baby was being rescued.
Wow.
And this baby was brought to us. Some babies are just kind of left and abandoned. This one was going to be destroyed. And our team rescued this baby, and the baby was brought to us. And I text Karissa, and who's on the list that wants the name? The baby has no name. So the sponsor gets to name the baby. So she sent me a text as we're holding this little baby. The baby is Enzo, sponsored by someone from this church. And I held that little baby, Enzo, and I said, your name is Enzo. You are loved. You are, you're not cast away. You're part of Home of Hope. So we help, I think it's close to 500 sponsored children.
Amazing.